Okay, so today is our final day working with clay. So you need to make sure you finish your body first. The head doesn't take as long, so I will be giving a countdown when we're at 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and 5 minutes, just so you know. And then when you start the head, I'll have these little squares pieces ready for you, and obviously you'll have your paper towel, your tool, and your slip water cup. And what you'll do first is just roll it into a ball. And you can pack it like you're packing a snowball, roll it between your hands. It's totally up to you. It doesn't have to be perfect at this stage. If you have any big creases, I would kind of rub those areas out. And then you need to have a hole in there. You can use your pinky, your finger, doesn't matter, as long as there's a hole, so that when we add the spring, there's somewhere for the spring to be. Now that hole is large, so I'm gonna kind of pinch it together. You can use the end of a pencil or your pencil to do the hole as well. And then once you have the hole, you'll start forming the face, okay? Now mine's kind of round, and I'm gonna make mine a little more oval. Okay, and I like to kind of pinch where the chin is. And then what I'll do first is the eyes. So I'm just gonna take my thumbs, literally, and place it on either side, and this is gonna be like the eye sockets. And then what's gonna naturally happen at this point is you're gonna kind of form a nose. Okay, and the nose can be really dramatic. It could be small, dainty. That's completely up to you. And I have a nice brow line nicely on there. And then the eyes, I'm gonna paint those up, okay? The lips you could paint on. If you do wanna use the tool, you just kind of make an impression. And then you can kind of press up where the lips are. I use a little bit of water. Remember, water's good, but it can be bad if you add too much, so make sure you rub it in. And then I can make an impression where the bottom lip is. You can see it, this does take time. So if, you know, you haven't done lips, just know that you can, you can do those as paint. So whatever you don't add on with clay, you can totally do with paint. My goodness, it got too wet. So when it gets too wet, it gets extra sticky. So I'll go back and work on those lips a little bit later. And then hair, I'm gonna get a little extra clay. And you could have a hat on yours. I'm gonna show you a couple hair methods. One is if you have like longer strands, you're gonna roll a coil. You can literally set that on like that, kind of like we did the, you know, like the coat or robe, and smooth on one side, okay? You could take that, flatten it out, have it, around the edge, blend it out, and then make like a crease where the hair ends, so you'll have more of a flat piece of hair kind of going around. If you wanted to have like little bangs or like short hair, you can just make little coils and just kind of twist it up and then blend it and then keep adding it. Make like a little point. This can kind of show some hair texture. As long as you're blending it in on one side, it should stay. You kind of get the idea how that gives it some cool texture. And you can have bangs doing whatever you want. Or if you want to, just literally drawing or making impressions. Just make sure you rub away any like loose pieces so that they don't eventually cut yourself with them. Okay, so remember with the head, if you just get the eyes and an impression, a little nose started, and then the hole at the bottom, all the other details we can certainly paint on. And then when you're finished, you're gonna have your body on the left and your head to the right so that I dry them out together. So that's what we'll be working on and finishing today so we can paint and take these home next week.